hot summer day and everyone is outside. You see kids playing, you see people on benches eating ice cream, and someone flies by on a pair of roller skates. They look like they're having all the fun in the world. For this reason, roller skating is an exciting hobby that more people should look to pick up. For someone who has been skating for many years, I can vouch that roller skating is a lot of fun and is worth the time to learn. And in this speech, I will be going over what makes roller skating so much fun, what gear you're going to need in order to start roller skating, and some tips for some new skaters. So, roller skating is fun because it feels like you're gliding on the ground. Whenever you step normally, you stop. But on roller skates, you keep on going. And it's so much fun. And roller skating is especially fun to do with friends. You can just fly around the local park or at a roller skate rink. It's one of the more fun things I've ever done in my entire life. It's also very fun to do roller skating because lots of people always think you're really cool. Roller skating is something that looks very cool while you're doing it, and it's fun getting comments from other people around the park. So now that we understand why roller skating is so much fun, let's talk about the gear that you're going to need in order to start. So, the main thing that you're going to need is a pair of roller skates. Roller skates are not very hard to find. They're sold at most sports stores and large department stores, such as Big Five, Walmart, or Target. And they're usually under $100, so they're not a huge investment. Very manageable to get started. And I also recommend getting elbow pads and a helmet, as you can see here. Because when you're first starting, the unfortunate truth is that you're going to fall sometimes, and it's going to hurt. But it'll hurt less if you've got pads on and a helmet. So now that we understand what equipment we're going to need in order to get started, let's talk about some tips. So I recommend starting next to a couch or a bench so that you can hold on while you're just getting the feel of what it feels like to be on roller skates. Because when you first put on a pair, it's very weird. You don't feel secure on the ground because you've got a pair of wheels on your feet. So it makes sense to have something to hold on to so that you don't immediately fall over. And it's also nice because if you feel like you're starting to fall, you can bail and sit down. And I also recommend starting on a very smooth floor, like a wooden floor or very smooth concrete, because roller skate wheels are not very big, as you can see. So, whenever there's little grooves, the wheels kind of bump in them and get stuck. So you don't roll steady, especially when you're going slow, which is what you're going to be going very slow at first when you're roller skating. So I highly recommend starting on a smooth surface, even if it's more scary than being able to stand in cracks on concrete. One final thing that I recommend is starting with someone who doesn't know how to skate as well, because sometimes it feels a little bit embarrassing stumbling all over the place on a pair of roller skates, and having somebody else share your feelings / your pain, it makes it much less awkward and much more fun, and reduces the anxiety that we feel when we're learning. In this speech, we covered what makes roller skating so much fun, what gear you're going to need, and some tips for aspiring new skaters, which hopefully you have become after this speech. And again, roller skating is an amazing, incredible hobby. It's so much fun, especially once you get really good at it, and I highly recommend that you start. So remember, if you keep practicing, you're going to be flying down those sidewalks in no time.